It's April 28th, 2017 at 7:27 p.m. and 8 seconds by my watch Eastern Daylight Time. Wanted to take you through the type of person whom the Government of Canada, CSIS, the RCMP, and Toronto Police target. You might be thinking that they target criminals, that they target people who are up to nefarious activity, people of suspicion. Well, this is when I was targeted, in the early 1990s. I actually believe I was placed on CSIS's watch list around 89 when I was doing work like this, like aerial photography and videos which were sort of anti-military in Halifax. But when I moved to Toronto around 93, 94, which is this period when I was working as a cinematographer, camera assistant and such, always doing photography. Of course, the criminal Toronto Police turned this against me, that I was, some pervert photographer, not actually a professionally trained, cinematographer, even though I have a certificate in it. And of course, the computer business I had, which the Government of Canada also destroyed deliberately. When I came to Toronto, one of the reasons I moved beyond personal and political reasons was to work in film. I had, CG animation projects planned out. This is when CG, computer graphics, weren't even, a mainstay. This is when it was still cell animation, so all this was designed for, very cutting-edge computer graphics, storyboards for feature films. Set designs, as you can see them. These are all done by me. This is all my work. Screenplays, 2 feature film screenplays ready to go. But when I came to Toronto, going around the LGBT village, I started being stalked by a clique of gay police. One Guy Peter Service, Brian Aguiar, Derek Spears, a few others, don't know the names of. But they were a clique, and the first thing they want to do is get complete control over your life, and they start trying to entrap you. Now, if you're on a CSIS list, as I probably was, around this time, generally they will alert the police to you, and they try and, basically fabricate a crime around you to get control over every aspect of your life, which of course they managed to do by placing my entire apartment under surveillance, placing my internet under surveillance to gather and steal my database and technology inventions, my ideas, my scripts, anything they could gobble up from my life and take it away from me, and make sure that my every single advancement was met with a brick wall. Ultimately, what they're afraid of is ideas. Anybody who has talent and innovation and ideas, and also knows that their government is a criminal mafia state, that it is a protection scheme, that the police need a steady intake of crime to keep their protection scheme going. I mean, these are even like, police-style action movies. Here, it wasn't anything too radical, but the first thing that a corrupt mafia state needs to do is take anybody with ambition, ideas, talent, and any type of anti-crime, anti-establishment knowledge, and shut them down. Okay? So the Government of Canada doesn't just target people because they're terrorists. They will fabricate terrorism around them. They will fabricate any number of cover stories around them to justify the shutting down of the person, stealing their ideas, stealing their talent. And in the end, it worked out fine, because the last thing I wanted to do was have an entire career of filmmaking, and all the profits from that go to my criminal government and the thousands upon thousands of public sector criminals who would profit from it through taxation. And it's a good thing, because ultimately when you have a criminal government like Canada that takes people with any type of idea and resistance to the mafia state and its protection scheme, and it does what it's done to me, you take the nation's currency and you change it from this and you turn it to that. This is what a mafia state does to anybody with any potential of changing other people's perceptions about their role in the Mafia State's protection scheme. They're just transformed into nothing but a block of tax. And this is what my government gets from me for the rest of my life, for as long as I may remain in Canada, is nothing but tax. And I'd advise anybody else with any type of innovation or idea or future or any ambitions to do any type of cultural revolution in Canada, just leave. It's going to be nothing but persecution. I've had 24 years of it, but at least my Mafia State did not get any of the profits or revenues from an entire career of filmmaking. Maybe it would have been millions, billions, whatever. They never got the tax from it. So at least I, escaped my Mafia State with my integrity intact. Still taking photos.